Hello, Magic Lovers. I'm back today with an amazing trick, and this is a professional level trick. I'm going to show you my handling on this particular routine. So let's get into it, and then we'll learn how it's done. So you'll need a deck of cards, bicycle preferred, of course. And one other thing you'll need is a prediction. Now, this is just a small envelope I have with the prediction on the inside. And I'll actually set that up here to the side so it can be seen the entire time in your view. And we'll start by pulling out the deck of cards. And I like to show you that it is a full deck of 52 cards. And what we're going to do here, I want you to see, no funny business, no special deck, anything like that. What we're going to do here is we are going to separate the cards into two piles. And then we'll go ahead and take the decks and give them a nice shuffle, just like so. And we'll give them a cut. And we'll do the same thing with this pile here. And we'll finish with a cut. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these decks, spin them around. I believe this is called a Rosetta shuffle. But we're not just going to shuffle them. They've already been shuffled. We are going to, in fact, grab a pile of cards and stick them into the middle, making this entire pile completely mixed up. Some face up, some face down. I'm sure you guys are used to hearing that, right? And we'll do the same thing again. And we can actually do this as many times as the spectator wants. And there's even a way to have the spectator do this themselves if you'd like. But once they are satisfied, we'll then take all the cards and push them into each other. And once the cards are all pushed together, we'll even give them another shuffle, because why not? Now everything is very fairly mixed. Face up, face down, all around. Now, before we began, I told you I have a prediction here in this envelope. I'd like to show you what that prediction is. And that prediction is that there would be 23 face-up cards. Now, if there were 23 face-up cards here, that would be pretty amazing. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 cards face up. Now, that in itself is a nice small miracle, right? It's wonderful. How could I possibly have known after all that shuffling, after everything's mixed up? Well, I actually made another prediction. Here in the envelope, I have another prediction here that states that there will be exactly 14 black cards. That would be pretty amazing. So let's see if that is true. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 black cards. Exactly 14 black cards. But not only that, that is pretty amazing. But wait, there's more. I actually made another prediction. I have here another prediction stating that there are exactly 9 even red cards. Let's check it out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 even red cards. But perhaps some of you eagle-eyed viewers would have noticed there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 even red cards, because I actually have a 3 of diamonds here put in by mistake. But it wasn't exactly a mistake, because I also predicted, except for the 3 of diamonds. Now let's learn how that's done. All right, so what you would need to perform this trick is some index cards with your prediction on it. Just write down everything as you see here. And optional is an envelope. You can pick that up at any dollar store or what have you. But you also need a deck of cards. And I know what you're probably thinking. And this time I went slightly different route from my usual suspects, because I just want to make it a little bit more difficult. Let's say if you're performing for a crowd where you, at the end, you can give the deck away, or something along those lines, have it fully inspected, because this trick seems very impossible. So let me go into it. You'll need a deck of cards. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of options on how to do this, but let's talk about the setup first. First of all, you will need to start by finding yourself 14 random black cards. That's the easy part. Then you'll need not 9, but 8 red even cards. And that's going to make up 23 once you include the 3 of diamonds for the reveal at the end. Now, the way I did this is a little bit different from how they usually do it. Sometimes they used to spread the cards face up and then separate for the 2 piles, which you would then separate at the 3 of diamonds. But I chose to take a slightly different route, slightly different approach this time. So what we have here is a misprinted deck of cards where you actually see one side of the border is thicker than the other. And what that allowed me to do in the performance is, as I spread the cards, I can immediately tell, boom, right there when I separate the cards, that this is the 3 of diamonds. And what that allows me to do is separate the 2 piles. So I know here I have any random stack of cards, and this is my 14 black cards, my 9 even red cards, with really 8, and my 3 of diamonds. So you're basically using a key card. Key card principle comes in all the time, and you want the rest of the cards shuffled up in a random order, as long as they are all even cards, the 8 even red cards plus your 3. So let me go back into it here for a second. You can also make alternative methods. You can use the pencil dot principle. So let's say you make a small pencil dot on the 3 in the corner here and right here. And you can use a pen, pencil, whatever you want in order to make this work. But you want to have something that you can have to know and separate these cards, right? So let's make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Exactly 23 cards. Exactly what we need for the trick. Now, with this version, it's great because they're face down and nobody will suspect. During my trial and error of actually performing this in real life, I noticed that people would notice the separation of the cards if the cards were face up, but with them face down, they didn't seem to bat an eye at it. So I figured this is the best route. Take the rest of the cards after you have your stack, and that's it. Now, once you spread the cards out, and you spot your card, which I know mine's here, you simply make your pile here. Of course, this is the 3 of diamonds key card, letting you know of your stack. See that? So then you have two piles now. Two piles here, and you do what is called the Rosetta Shuffle, where you just take the cards here and you turn them around. It's actually a pretty cool, pretty fancy way of making the cards look sort of like roses. I think that's why they call it a Rosetta Shuffle. But anyway, so at this point, it's kind of like the slot shuffle principle, meaning that no matter where I take these cards and flip them upside down and shuffle them in here, it doesn't really matter because we're alternating the cards that are flipping over. So you're still going to have the same amount of cards that are face up and face down each time. The key is that you have to start with your stacked pile and end with your stacked pile. That is key to understanding this trick. So let's continue here. Let's pick up another large pile and shuffle them into here. Every single time you alternate between the two piles, you must flip over the cards, right? And let's just say for shits and giggles, we stop there. Now we're done with the mixing of face up and face down. We then end by taking the entire pile, flipping it once more, and placing it into the middle of the other pile. At this point, take up all the cards, square them up, and you're going to have a big mess. Now, one thing I noticed also, if you want to shuffle these cards, give them a Pharaoh shuffle, whatever, just to kind of separate those cards. What I did here in the performance, just to make sure that that side stays facing up towards the end. So now we have our side here, which we flip the entire pile over, so everything is now face up exactly 23 cards. As you spread them out, they look even more mixed up than they would have had I not done that shuffle. Also makes it look a little bit better for performance purposes. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 cards.
Hey, this is post-production Beat on the Magician. Just wanted to let you know if at this point when you spread the cards out, you do not see your key card, in this case, the 3 of diamonds, you know it's on the other side, so you can just flip the cards over and continue with the trick without any issue.
Face up. At this point, you are completely set. Everything else is self-working. So let's just walk you through how the rest of the trick works. You introduce one at a time now. Your predictions, you have 23 face-up cards. You then explain to them that you're going to show them they have exactly 23 and talk about how the odds are not with you. They're against you because you mix the cards up, face down, you shuffle them beforehand. And as you make those two piles, it's very important, like I did in the performance, to give them just a little overhand shuffle. That just reinforces in their head those cards have been shuffled. And it doesn't really matter whether or not if they're shuffled in terms of the trick working, but it doesn't hurt and it helps them. When they go back and think, they're like, wait a minute, hold on, he shuffled them and then he shuffled them again, he flipped them upside down. So let's run through it. 23 cards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and exactly 23 cards. Like I said, nothing matters at this point because everything is going to go perfect to your predictions. So now you introduce your prediction stating that you have exactly 14 black cards. So let's do that. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 black cards exactly. Now, you want to reinforce how this is completely impossible. There's no way I could have possibly known, etc. Ham it up a little bit for the audience. Then you can kind of just place these black cards over here to the side and introduce your next prediction, which you have exactly 9 red even cards. 9 even red cards. And what I like to do in real world performances, which is kind of difficult on camera, but I like to count them out and sort of like spread them like this as I start going. And I'll just start counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And usually, someone will say, aha, that's a 3. That's an odd number, not an even number. You messed up. To which you then say, oh, yes, you're 100% right. Except for the fact that I have another prediction. And it says, except for the 3 of diamonds. And wow, you've got one hell of a miracle trick on your hands here. And really the setup is quite simple, being that it only, pertains to your 14 random black cards, okay? Then you have 8 even red cards, plus your key card here, which is the 3 of diamonds. So what I like to do during setup, and honestly, I like to tell you that probably the easiest way is either with a marked deck or a pencil dot. In terms of actually performing this in setup, but if you want to make it a little more difficult, the method I showed you earlier is pretty interesting. But one thing you can do is take both of these piles. All right, let's give them a Pharaoh shuffle, alternating between red, black, red, black, red, black, and give them a little shuffle, a little overhand shuffle, a couple of times, just like so. And now it looks like you have just a random mess of cards. Now, the important thing, and the way that I'm teaching you here with the pencil dot, marked deck, or some type of way that you can spot that key card in the back, being a misprint or whatever it is that you have. Pencil dot is probably the easiest thing. You're going to want to do your setup where everything is on the bottom here. And that's how I perform it. Now, normally, what they do is, and this is if you don't want to do any of that other stuff, you'll have your setup with the 3 of diamonds, right, on bottom, and throw that on top. And as we're spreading out the cards, talking about 52 cards, 52 possibilities, whatever kind of line you want to use, you would just separate the cards here like this into the 2 piles. And just like that, you are set up, ready to go. I just like that extra step of having the pencil dot or marked cards or misprinted deck. And you come across these misprinted decks by accident all the time. You just don't notice it most of the time. And don't forget to, give that deck a little shuffle, because it's very important for your setup. Makes it look good. Give it a little shuffle here. All right, just give it a little shuffly here. And then, of course, you're going to want to give the decks a little bit of a cut there to reemphasize that everything's been completely mixed before you go into the trick. Now, if you want to do it where the cards are face up when you separate, make sure that your card is on the bottom. If you want to do it with that's card on the bottom, stack on top. If you want to do the other version that I think I prefer, you're going to have your card either marked, pencil dotted, or misprinted on top of the deck. Then everything else on top, all the random cards that you don't need. So spread your cards here. Once you see, oh, this is the card I need, etc., 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 you separate. So just like that, that is the trick. And in case you guys are wondering, this trick is called shuffleboard. And if you don't know, this is a really, really great trick. I will leave a link below and the exact book and credits to this trick, because it's really, really awesome. And this is my touch on it. It is truly a professional level card trick, honestly. This is something that I think if you performed at a paid gig, nobody would complain. I mean, this is awesome. Really try to work it back. And this is one of those tricks that when I learned it, it still fooled me. It took me a while to realize like how easy and how much of a gem shuffleboard really is. Also, you can customize, the setup here however you'd like. I like this setup because it's under half. It's under half. It has a little extra kicker there towards the end. Perform it however you want. But this is the trick. This is a true gem. And hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I know I haven't been here in a while, and it is great to see you guys. Leave a comment.
Magic lovers, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.